I gotta move like, all right, cool. I know that she got this piece of evidence on me. I gotta make sure I don't trigger that evidence. Let's go ahead and move to the left. And you just keep on moving and moving and moving.
It's for that reason that during an investigation, I don't really expose information to my client while I'm doing it, because they could literally jack up the case. And it's been millions of times where, it's like, oh, what do you have? Well, listen, I'm working on this type of thing. And it's like, no, I need to know. Well, she's a paying client, to the moment where they push it to the extreme. And they'll be like, that's enough. I go, no, that's not enough. And they'll go running and blow up the case. Now the other person's on pins and needles and you're done. I mean, especially with GPSs. GPSs and AirTags have been the death of relationships. Thank God.
I got two.
Thank God that Apple put in that new notification that an AirTag is following you. First of all, it's eating into my GPS business. But second of all, people would be, seeing the person go to a restaurant and knowing that they were there until they built enough evidence and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to such and such restaurant next week. Like, we'll be, like, we don't know, like, why'd you bring up that particular restaurant? So it's those little jabs that lead us to get on the defensive, and you can shut down. You don't want, listen, if you're doing something wrong and you think somebody's on you, you're going to slow up, maybe. But you are going to slow up from trying to get, and that's going to ruin an investigation. Same thing if you want to do it yourself. The minute you let out a little bit, the element of surprise is gone, And I'm telling you, man, there are some creative people out there.
So, Ron,
we haven't even gone to one yet. That's
Yeah,
good.
I know.
we actually went through we went through a lot. You'll see. We kind of touched on each one of these. All right, so these are 11 common signs that cheating is potentially happening in your relationship. Changes in communication, increased interest in appearance, more time spent away from home, their attitude may change, lying, avoidance, they accuse you of cheating, indifference, changes in your sex life, money issues, and change in technology use, which I think is whack. I don't even like that one, but yeah, because like I feel like technology is like so trendy. Like the way you might do things, it's like seasonal. Like I might be really on top of my phone right now, then 2 months later I might not even care about my phone because I've already, consumed so much technology, just being on Instagram and being on social media so often, and I want to detox cleanse, and now all of a sudden I'm cheating because when I pick my phone back up, now I want to be on the toilet and watch Spiritual Word.
Wait, okay, but what if you're like someone that's always on your phone or someone that's always on social media, and now all of a sudden, you got a passcode to get into your app?
You mean like into my social media app?
Yeah. What if like you got to
Can you
do
do
something
that?
extra? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Like,
I don't know if you can do that, but I'm going to find out.
I think you can.
to be honest, you can. All right, guys. I don't know why, but
There's being
Let
on
me
your
show
phone
you.
and social media, and then there's your phone. I mean, listen, we can go through the list one by one and break it down. I mean, some of the things that, if you want to go with the phone thing, I mean, we could have 2, 3 phones. I mean, we have burner phones or whatever the situation is, but the way that, if you have a PIN code, it's like if you met the person and you were a person that already had your PIN code,
Never changing it.
there's just so many. I mean, you can go through apps, through another app, through hidden apps, and you can have a whole set of calls and texts built into your phone. Well, they're never going to find it. Like, you got to press 2 keys and swipe up and swipe to the left, and then the new app opens up. But I mean, listen, you're laying there in bed and a text dings and you think it might be trouble and you ignore it. That's definitely a sign.
So that's actually what I think the technology difference is. So it's like if you always on your phone, but then when I text you, like it take you a long time to respond, but you always on your phone. Like I think that's what that
Right.
one is about.
I mean, listen, FaceTime and WhatsApp has totally put a spin on stepping out, because at
WhatsApp
any
has a code.
particular moment, if your wife or your real girlfriend calls you and that sucker's ringing, FaceTime, and you're in an environment where you can't escape, you're not answering it. And not answering it oftentimes is going to lead to suspicion. I mean, unless you got like a fake backdrop that you put up and like, yeah, I'm at the library, honey.
Or you get to a different location within 5 minutes, so the callback doesn't seem too suspicious.
Right. So that's put it.
I was at the Dunkin'. Sorry, I was in the bathroom.
With the new iOS feature, you can leave a video message, like a voicemail, before FaceTimes.
Very interesting.
Before
Good tool.
No, for FaceTime. So
saw
like if I
something like
FaceTime
that.
you
I
and you
heard
don't
about
answer,
that.
I could leave you like a video message as if it'd be a voicemail.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like when nobody FaceTime me.
I FaceTime more than I do anything
So
else.
you can just like make up a video where you're changing a tire and you're like, hold on, honey, I'll call you back in a second as soon as I put this tire back on. And that'll be your first answer. And
But she has to not answer it though.
Oh, she has not answered.
Yeah, it has to like ring to like, you know how like, because you can't leave a message when somebody doesn't answer your FaceTime. So if they don't answer their FaceTime, you could leave a video message,
Right.
like a missed call, you know. But all right,
Let's break it down.
what about money issues? See, my thing with the money issues as being a sign was sometimes, well, it depends on how, you know, the money issues or what aspect you're speaking on. When I first read it, I thought that maybe, you know, there might be money issues within their home, or if, let's just say, if he is the provider, whatever the case may be, and maybe he's having less money. I think that usually less money is usually a course of time, right? So now he might just, instead of working more, he's not spending really much money on other women or whatever, or she's not spending much money on men. They're just going out and not working as much.
Like, you mean like overtime? Like if you always did overtime and then now all of a sudden you're not?
Like I got friends that be like, yeah, I'm going to work. They ain't going to work.
let's
like their money is fluctuating.
You're
Like
going to have, you know, if you're going to go out and have a side piece, that's going to cost money. Look, it's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you
what if your
time.
side piece is paying for you?
Then
Because if you're a girl,
you're in business.
you most likely, your side dude is probably going to be shelling out, right?
I mean,
Yeah, you just said it.
yeah. I mean, you need money, you need time, and it depends on your household. Listen, if you're balling and your spouse doesn't keep an account of how much money you make, it's pretty easy. But if you're in a level where your wife, I'm talking from a man's perspective, if your wife is managing the finances of the house and that check comes in every week, right? And I've been working a bunch of overtime and the overtime's not on the check, you know.
That's
a flag.
stupid. He's dumb.
That's
I
a
don't even.
flag. I mean, you know, so, but is he producing money on the side to cover for him? I mean, listen, stepping out is a job.
If your wife does
Life is a job. All right,
handles the
Ron?
money of the house, I would think that overtime and going to work is the worst cop out.
Yeah.
Like
I mean-
that would be.
Or it's like say you go to the gym and you still fat as hell. Yeah, I'm going to the gym.
Wow, that's good because if we're talking specific indicators, that's a very good indicator. The gym is used.
I mean, it's
a
not
lot.
instant results at the gym. Goddamn.
I mean, listen, if I get home at 10 and she knows, do not call me after 10. You know, that phone better not ring after 10. So if it does ring and everything is cool, then she got hit by a car or a plane fell on her house, whatever the situation is, and you might be tempted, and that's where you're going to get caught. But at the same time, there are rules. Like, listen, there's been relationships that I've seen that the weekends are off limits. Friday night after I get home, I'll call you Monday.
Like that is respectful cheating. Like if you,
Let's break that down. Let the people know what it is you believe respectful cheating is.
I feel like respectful cheating is organized cheating to the T with the other person. So if y'all are like, okay, y'all are on the same type of time and schedule, you know the rules. The rules are do not call me between this time and this time. This is my time with me and my family at home. And she or he obeys those rules, and you might have the same rules, vice versa, right? Now, when you two are having organized cheating, I feel like that's respectful cheating because it's not sloppy, it's not in their face, it's still disrespectful, but it's not as disrespectful than if you were just being frivolous and just, I think when
So it's respectful, disrespectful.
well, I think cheating in all should be disrespectful, right? Or it's considered.
Figure it out. I don't know.
But I say there's a way to do it respectfully, right? So the thing is,
Or care.
it's you know what I'm saying? It's just, my thing is this: if you're going to cheat, right? I don't think majority of people would leave their relationships if they found out that their partner was cheating if it was never public and no one knew about it.
Okay. So that's
So if it was respectful to a point where publicly nobody knows, is maybe something that was within your household and stayed within your household, that news,
And your homeboys.
whatever, that's still respectful. They on your team, right? Then that's considered respectful cheating to me.
I don't think that's respectful because it's like you're going out of your way to make sure your wife does not find out. That is the whole. That's the whole reason for the
Well, not
plotting.
to embarrass
That's
her.
the-
It's the more thing.
Well, actually, okay, y'all. This don't happen a lot, so timestamp this bitch. I actually agree with Rico, and that's all I have to say.
Timestamp. What time are we at?
I was
Is
about
it getting
to say.
cold in here? Hell is freezing over.
The hell is freezing over.
What to his defense, and this is what I've seen as a pattern, and being a guy, I think that in general, from my clients and what I've seen, guys don't actually think that the deed is being committed until it's exposed, like until it's real. To us, it's like, or to men in general, when they're doing what they're doing, it's not like, oh, I'm doing something bad, she could catch me with everything else. It doesn't exist. It only exists when the shit hits the fan. Now it exists. Because if you look at it that way, then it's not fun. First of all, worrying all the time, it's a grind, you know? And that's a fact. It's a fact. They're laughing because they're like, oh shit, he is so fucking right.
That's why you laughing, Alan?
No, I'm just saying.
I can't go with no Cody. That I already spoke my piece.
It's a
I'm
general
not-
Can't go with a Cody.
I don't need a Cody. If I'm gonna do, God forbid, if I was ever gonna do my thing, I'm doing my thing. You're not gonna help me do my thing. You're gonna help me cheat on my wife? No, that's crazy.
Two brains are better than one.
No, because your brain might be stupid. Nope,
And that's if you guys are both like the
on the same page.
exact. That's all. If you're on the same page, I don't remember who gave the prompt, but they were both in marriages that
Yeah,
they were
I
both
do.
stepping out on. But say you are cheating on your wife with someone who doesn't even know you have a wife. Like they're not helping you do anything. They're just
Yeah.
exactly.
compared to what you have.
I think cheating works only when you both have a marriage to lose, like the longevity of it.
They both lost their marriage.
Yeah, of course, but like they still got each other.
Do they? Because I'd be mad as hell.
They probably.
Yeah, but how long will that last?
It doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna lie.
They be running their little marathons and stuff. So
If I was cheating for fun and I still like really love my husband, I would be mad as hell at whoever made me lose that. Not made me, but like was a part of helping me lose that. I wouldn't even be fucking with you no more. We're not about to be in a relationship.
But now you're all y'all
I gotta get my
got.
man back.
I mean, I've seen cases where, the guy's left in the wind. He thinks, well, my marriage is breaking up, but I still have this, and then this goes away, and they're just like, shit,
Me, this
let's
isn't
start
real.
over,
But
damn, I don't know how to cook.
how do you fight? Like, we're all human, right? All of us are human. Some people be married like 5, 10, 15 years, and then they meet someone and they're convinced that this is the better person for them. Like they're mentally convinced, like the Good Morning America people. Aaron just said they're running marathons together and shit. So
After they got caught?
yeah,
While they were, I think they were like training together.
And got fired.
I think you
And
need.
got fired together.
Give
They
a head
was collecting
start. I ain't gonna-
unemployment together.
That's gonna be my road dog. I'm marrying that person.
You got to at this point.
We lost everything together.
Third marriage for them both.
You're ride or die, baby.
I don't know if you have something really
There's a
good
pattern
going and
here.
you don't have any thing
Wow.
defective
That I
in your
didn't know.
relationship, and you meet somebody to the point where it's like, bang, fuck everything else, I'm going with her. That's not true.
No,
I think
but
there has to be at least one issue that you could work on to justify moving to that next person. Whether maybe your spouse degrades you or says you don't make enough money or you're fat or whatever the situation is, you can build on that. Because let's just say it's been chopping, you don't make enough money, and you meet somebody and like, what do you do? Well, I'm a plumber. She goes, well, that's really good. You fix pipes and everything else.
Fix this
pipe. I'm just saying,
That's what she said.
or she appreciates. That's what she said. Or she appreciates, what you're doing, and when you come home, you're just a plumber. You can build on that and then leave your spouse.
so
But
in
just
a
to me-
sense, you found something better.
No, you found somebody who's actually valuing you or treating you better.
And that's the core of a lot of how these relationships starts. That little, not appreciation, but at least that little pat in the back that you're not getting from your relationship, which happens because over time people get complacent with each other.
This is just a question for the panel. Is it a scumbag move if the girl or the guy go on a guy or girl's trip and have a one night stand on vacation?
No.
Because it's not planned, but it is like,
Do you have a hall pass?
You don't have a hall pass.
So why is that okay then?
No. I'm not saying it's okay, but like we were saying, like, what's
Alan
it?
said it was okay. He didn't say it was
No.
okay.
I'm saying, what's the
So-
difference between a scumbag move?
He said
and-
it real quick too. Like,
So, but if nobody finds out, did it ever happen?
well, he's posing the question though. Like, is it a scum? Like, why wouldn't it be a scumbag move?
Is it a-
like,
what
I don't
was the other-
Knows
understand.
about it,
Why
it's
are
not
we-
nothing.
What was it?
Oh, that's how. So this is the thing. This how we moving, right?
I'm just saying.
Cool.
Oh. I'm just being real.
So women can be scumbags
if
too?
Nobody knows. Did it ever
Everybody
actually
can be
happen? So
scumbag.
what's the move? The
Humans
point
are scumbags.
I think men can be scumbags, women become whores. That's it.
You see, now we're going too far. Now we're going too far
time is it?
because
My mom's calling.
No,
I see your
I was about to say she been calling.
because I was trying to build off of what Ron was saying, that being that the person is a plumber, he's going somewhere where he's more appreciated.
Can we not say plumber? Like a plumber is like a trade that makes a lot of money. Like
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
like,
They did come for you in that clip.
Pencil sharpener?
Come for who?
You.
what about a teacher? Let's say he's a teacher.
How they gonna come
Noble
for me? That was my
profession. Doesn't pay
scenario.
bills.
Did you read those things?
I don't give a damn. That was my scenario. My daddy's an electrician. I know how the money looks. So right, exactly. So like, and they make money.
No, I'm talking about the $38,000 thing.
No,
Oh.
I can tell he's not a carpenter.
Anyway, that was my scenario from the jump. So I know how much money they make.
In the case where we're talking about you cheating on me, I'm not going to be like, well, baby, what did I do? I'm sorry, I'm just not going to ask that.
That's the issue, though. I feel like the thing is that it takes two to tango in everything, right? Unless he's or she is truly just a scumbag and non-commitment freak, then if it happens, somebody had to play a part,
All lives matter.
right? So, but I'm just saying, like, because some people will do things without any reason, and that's just is what it is.
That's exactly what I was going to say. If you think that guys don't step out or do things just because they can, then you're living in outer space.
You said if you think or you
Yeah,
don't.
if you
think.
think that we need a reason, then you're living in outer space.
Yeah.
Because a lot of clients come to me, it's like, oh, why does he do it? Why does it? Because he just did. What's the reason? Because he can.
Nah, I don't think it's that.
But that's not what they're
I
saying.
disagree.
Well, do you think that there necessarily has to be a reason for you to cheat?
There's always a reason for and like very
Even if
very
the
rare.
reason is just temptation.
Very, very rare. Okay, that other than temptation, right? Very, very rare. But temptation is like to me.
That's not a reason.
To me, temptation is like
Once there's
a one night stand, right? But if you have one night stands redundantly, that's just a character flaw. But if this is something that has happened once in a blue moon, then that's different. But when I think about cheating, I'm thinking about most men that I know who've cheated. It's not usually a one night stand. Is I met this girl, I talked to her for 2 weeks, we linked up, such and such happened. And the only reason why they met that girl and actually decided to speak to her is because 9 times out of 10, there's something lacking in the woman that he has or the relationship that he has. And that's just the reality. He might have a situation where he feel like his girl doesn't greet him at the door, so he doesn't feel appreciated. So this next girl, no matter every time he comes through, she's doing all the things that his girl at home isn't doing. And I think that happens more so than not when it comes to men cheating.
Yeah.
I feel like this reason is it's a reason that people have, but I feel like men also use this same reason as their out, because why do you have to throw your own relationship under the bus if you genuinely enjoyed a conversation with somebody that you met? It doesn't have to be that, oh, I don't have the same conversation, or I'm not, like, me and my girl at home aren't, we haven't been good. You guys could have been fine. But if you liked a conversation or you liked this person that you just met, then just say that this is what happened. I didn't expect it to happen. I didn't go outside, with the intentions of this happening, but it happened. Whatever reason you have, it does not always have to be a reason for anything to be going on at home. If he just went to the strip club and this big booty bitch was on him and he wanted to have sex, then he was going to do that, whether I was fucking with him or not.
But you know what's crazy? But here's the thing. And
I'm saying,
if we dig into the core, and no, although, yes, sometimes that is true. I feel like very rare it is true. To be honest,
Not the
most
shock.
most men
Back it up. It
Not
said-
the rare.
most it's rare. It's very rare.
I'm going to restate my position on what you said. I will give you a reason. You say the guys don't need a reason. Here's the reason: entertainment.
So
So you
Like
want to?
something to do entertainment, or is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's
Nah.
just okay. So if you
Niggas
want
like to entertain bitches.
yeah.
it's entertainment.
But that's because what? I feel like when we use entertainment, it's because his wife is boring. So now he's bored. So now I'm gonna go seek entertainment elsewhere. So like my thing is everything has a counterpart, right? I don't think that anybody in God's green earth who is truly fulfilled in whatever it is, it could be a relationship, it could be a workplace, are going to jump ship. Once something is like not working the way that they thought that it would, or they're not finding the same fulfillment, or it's just not, like plentiful for them, they're just gonna be like, I need to go find it elsewhere,
Human
and we
nature.
seek it. Yeah.
But wait, but are you saying something like over time? Because I think when you're in a long-term relationship, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have moments. You're going to have dry spells. You're going to have these periods, right, where they happen and you hopefully come out to the other side. I think sometimes people make, these long-term decisions on a temporary feeling. So they're like, right now, this is happening. Did you bring it to your partner? Did you bring it to the attention like, hey, babe, like, I don't know what's going on, but like, we need to have more sex. It's not working for me. I think a lot of people use a cop out and say it's your fault. And then the person's blindsided because it's like, I'm working the kids. This, I'm not even aware of it. Do you bring it to your partner's attention